I discovered that my then partner was unfaithful to me, which was devastating. However, what hurt me even more was when he threw my dog across the room during our conversation about his actions. This was the final straw for me, and I immediately decided to move out. As I was packing my things, my primary concern was the well-being of my dog. During the process, I came across my partner's extensive collection of adult materials. Feeling a mix of anger and a desire for justice, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I systematically microwaved each item, spending only a few seconds on each one. It took me about an hour to go through the entire collection. Afterward, I put them back in their original case and returned them to their rightful place. Although I didn't care about the functionality of the microwave afterward, it's uncertain if it was still usable. My former partner also worked as a manager at a restaurant and often brought home excess food in high-quality coolers. As part of the revenge, I contacted the general manager to inform them about my move and expressed my intention to return the coolers. Unfortunately, this resulted in my ex-partner losing his job. Later on, I started receiving collection calls meant for him. In response, I provided the new contact information of his workplace and personal number to the callers so that they could locate him. In conclusion, I took these actions because I believe in standing up for my loved ones, particularly my dogs. It was a way for me to communicate my deep disappointment and to protect those who are dear to me. My little brother and his girlfriend came to stay at my house for the weekend, and the girlfriend was super self-centered and obnoxious. When they left, she forgot her clothes and toiletries because she left them sprawled all over my bathroom. About a week later, she and my brother moved into an apartment together. After he paid for the moving truck, deposit, and utilities, she cheated on him with her ex and kicked him out of the apartment. This left him broke, homeless, and heartbroken. In the days after the breakup, she kept calling and emailing him several times per day, demanding that he ask me to ship her clothes and toiletries back to her. My brother called and pleaded with me to ship them to her so she would stop having a reason to contact him. Being the loving sister that I am, I gathered up the really important North Face sweatshirt, shorts, underwear, shampoo, conditioner, soap, and razor. I folded everything nicely. I then wrote a nice note apologizing for taking so long to mail them to her, and let her know that I hope all is well. The note was written in permanent marker, and the paper happened to be resting on the really important North Face when I wrote it. Unfortunately, the ink bled straight through the paper and onto the shirt. Also, unfortunately, the shampoo, soap, and conditioner caps were not tightly secured on their bottles, and the contents leaked out all over the clothes, further spreading the ink. The most unfortunate result, though, was that her razor didn't have any sort of protective cap or container and left little slashes all over the front of the really important North Face. She received the package, and my brother never heard from her again. I worked as a pizza delivery driver at my best friend's shop for about a week. My friend had warned me about some difficult customers, but there was one in particular who was always rude to the drivers and never tipped. Fortunately, or unfortunately, for me, I ended up being the one to deliver his order, which was just a single calzone, totaling around $6 or $7. However, he tried to pay with a $50 bill, even though it was clearly stated on the menus and website that we couldn't accept bills over $20 for deliveries. He had been a customer long enough to know this rule. When I explained that I didn't have enough change to break the $50 bill, he became extremely rude and started loudly blaming me, saying that drivers should always carry enough money. In that moment, I decided to handle the situation in a way that felt appropriate. I assured him not to worry about it and told him I would personally cover the cost of the order. For a fleeting moment, he probably believed he had scored a free calzone until I took it out of the bag and began eating it right in front of him as I walked back to my car.